Hi, I'm Brandon Walters, and I'm here with another one of the presenters for the Social Story Conference. This is TimTV. Dude, you are an interesting guy. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm TimTV. They brought me in as the corporate head since I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm the executive side of the conference that's coming up. That's not true. I'm a storyteller. I'm from a family of storytellers. I'm an ordained minister. I'm a circus performer. I'm an adventurer, traveler, and I speak kind of from the language of dreams. So,
tell me about the circus performing. That kind of caught my attention for a second there.
I eat fire. I walk on glass. I can hula hoop and stilt walk, and I perform in a small local circus that just travels around. And mostly we perform just on the street corners, and kind of like a gypsy circus.
Well, that's cool. Well, they brought you in here. Now, what are you going to be talking about?
I represent the non-corporate side of storytelling, so I'm not a media mogul at all. My job is to kind of help people figure out where stories come from, the mystical ethers, how they can pluck the plums of story down, and how they can take something that might be imaginary or fanciful or fictional, like me, and be able to create an interesting amalgam that they can give to people. How do you take something that doesn't exist, turn it into something that does exist, and in a way that's palatable and enjoyable?
So would you say you're kind of taking these, let's say, business professionals, trying to get them to tap into their creativity, their imagination a little bit? Is that sort of the idea?
That's exactly the idea.
And now, why are you qualified to do that?
I am a semi-fictional character that exists in a semi-realistic medium. It's kind of like how some kids can see ghosts and most adults can't. There are some people who can see me, some people who understand me and get it. For example, when I walk down the main street of Greenville on stilts, some people go, wow, and they want to talk to me and they want to find out more about it. But believe it or not, about 40% of the people will stare straight ahead or talk on their cell phone as if I don't exist at all, and they'll just pretend I'm not there. Weird.
Now, why do you think they do that? What's that about?
Because most people feel safe within a certain confine of reality. They have to bowl between the two gutters. My job is to kind of take the gutters away and have a big open floor and bowl wherever you want. And if you hit the pins, great. If you want to put some pins over there, or you want to put a plastic ducky over there, to change the face of the game. Because from what I hear about media and marketing, the game isn't really working anymore. It's become so oversaturated. So people need to get back in touch with a greater reality rather than the limited reality that they've created.
So do you feel that your presence with people, are they able to open up to you, these business folks? Does it happen often? I mean, do you ever get people just shut down on you?
There's usually a line of demarcation. When you look like me and when you do the things I do, say the things I say, it creates a line in the sand. And if people don't like what I do and say and am, then they have a good reason to go away, which is good. That's what I want. But it also gives people a reason to come closer. They have something, oh, I like your hair. Oh, wow, is that a tail you're wearing? Or, what's this about? And I think that's a big part of what companies need to do with their people, is give them something that says either, no, that's really not what I'm about, or, wow, that's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more at the conference. Well, speaking of the conference, it's a social story conference. So everybody's got a story. It's all about the story here. What's yours?
I was born a small, waify child in a rusty town. The long and short of it is I was born in a small football factory town, and I had very large ideas, and I had a larger-than-life personality, very much like a Jack in the Box. Most people try and stuff it in the box, but what's the nature of Jack? To pop out. And so every time I'd pop out, they'd say, no, 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 and stuff me back in, but then I'd pop out, because that was my nature. And so I kind of realized and believed that by faith, my nature was to do these things and be these things. And even though a lot of people said, no, you can't talk that way, and you can't wear a tail, and you can't wear a girl's shirt because the buttons are on the wrong side, it just felt right. And for me, what felt right to be was more important than what I was being told. And so because I was able to succeed at doing it, I am now 41 years old and still able to rock the house. I now try to help other people who may not have had role models or may not have had people, when I was growing up, I didn't really have role models of this sort, so I just had to wing it. So.
All right, so at the conference, you going to do any hula hooping, glass eating?
There will be amazing adventures. Mysteries will be culled. Secrets will be unveiled. I'll be upside down at some point at this adventure.
All right, so what is TimTV? What's it all about? Where did it come from?
In 1994, I had just gotten out of a band, and I wasn't doing anything. That stopped. I wasn't doing anything to express myself. So New Year's Eve, I sat down and I wrote myself a journal entry that I was going to reinvent myself, write more, draw more, get back out into the world. And I recreated myself as TimTV. And kind of the idea of it, usually when I write or draw, I don't have any idea what I'm going to do ahead of time. I just start, and it's almost like automatic writing or drawing. And so a television takes little invisible bits from the ether, compiles them together to form something, and gives it to you in a way that's fun, educational, entertaining, whatever. And that's kind of how I see what I do, sort of. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. No, it actually makes more sense than I thought it was going to make, to be honest with you.
So connecting the world of the divine with the world of the physical.
I gotcha. So if people wanted to find out more about TimTV, where do they go?
To find out more about TimTV, the things I do, the things I say, the things I wear, and the things I eat, go to www.timstvs.com. That's where you find my story.